Hello, hello, hello. Wiggly Fingers here. So we are back for week 27 of hashtag Altered Index 2025. So this was last week. The prompt was question or questions. So I've got who are you? Caterpillar asks Miss Alice that. This week's prompt is maps or travel. I'm going to do both. So I've cut out these. This was 3. So it was like 3 suitcases stacked together. I cut the bottom one off just to make some more room. But I am not going to throw this away because who knows? So I'm going to toss that in the basket. I've also cut out this little dual passport. I may cut this bottom one out. We'll see once I start putting it together. This little thing, it says pack your bags. So these are all part of what we call cut-aparts that come in paper pads. A lot of them have little cut-aparts like this that you can turn into journaling cards when you're making scrapbooking layouts and stuff. I also have this one, and I was just thinking about just cutting off the packing list part. Let's just not think about it. Let's just do it. And again, if I end up not using it, I'll just toss it into the basket, and may come up in a later prompt. Or it may come up, again, same thing. I'm going to stick this in the basket. It may come up on the full deck challenge. I may end up, being able to use one of these scraps there. Who knows? Okay. So I've got those cut out. I'm going to work on the lined side of the index card this time because I am going to be covering this entire piece with collage pieces of map. Now, here's my little map collection. Not here. This is old Nat Geos that when I buy some more Citresolve, I can do those. I'm also kind of looking through, I watch Marketplace all the time for people that are either selling them cheaply or giving away Nat Geo magazines pre-2000s. Seem to work the best because of changes in the ink that is used in modern Nat Geos do not dissolve. The older inks do. But this was left over from my last time doing it. I ran out of Citresolve before I ran out of pages. So they're hanging out in here so that they're organized. But this all here is all maps. Old maps. So I'm just going to pull out county maps. This is a city map of Spokane. Yakima County map. Benton County. This is my county. Oh, there's my little ruler. I was wondering where that. I haven't seen that in a long time. That explains why. Plus, I have these maps of Idaho. You see, this is yummy deliciousness. Look how old that map is. San Francisco. Some of these are newer. Picked these up when we were on vacation in down in Oregon. These are older maps. This one's a relatively new one. This one's a relatively new one. I'm going to try to stick with the older ones. And some of these ones are really cool. They're huge. Let's see if I can, I mean, I can't fit it on screen, but when you open them up, they're like, isn't that cool? Little county maps. Lots of blank that I can use for backing tags, stuff like that. So I'm going to, excuse my fumbling, I work on this. Okay, I'm just going to cut a little piece out of that one. This was Franklin County, which is the next county over from me. Spokane County is north. And as you can see, I've kind of cut into this one once before. Sorry, I realized that was probably really loud. Trying to get that paper folded was proving to be a challenge. Yakima County is to the west of me. Walla Walla County, this is where my daughter lives. Adams County is west. It's up by Seattle. I was hoping to have more of that color one. I want them to be different. So those are all the same. Okay. Pull out San Francisco. And I know I can hear people, collectors of these kinds of things, giving out a collective right now. This is what I do in my world with things of this nature. I tear it apart. I use it as fodder in my projects. Seemed like that was 2 pages. Because it was 2 pages. I'm like, couldn't get it to tear. Okay. Should we mix in some modern? Some Tri-Cities. I'm like, where have I cut already? It's in the green. I don't want the green. So I think I've already. So West Richland, Van Giesen. Oh, see, I'm over here. Here's the highway. Here's the exit. Badger Road. This would be Dallas right here. No, take that back. This is Dallas. So here's where I go, and right here's my street. It's funny that it actually, that my actual street is on the map, because, we're out here in the middle of nowhere. And even of the, the streets that are out here, ours is probably one of the smallest. Let's see. This is Washington, Idaho. Have I pulled any out of this yet? Nope. Pull up this little section here. Okay, didn't tear that quite straight, but that's okay. So, map of Washington. Here, over here is Seattle. Bellingham. Seattle's right here. I am right here. So, just to give you some perspective. Right here's the Idaho border. I'm right here. Idaho border. Spokane is right here. Just for those of you that are not familiar with Washington, just give you a little bit of perspective as to, where. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this off too and get some of that on there. I think that should be enough. Put my old mappage away. Not sure what this is. Looks like something I was saving to stamp on, perhaps. Okay. So, we've got all kinds of different maps. I am trying to avoid the green as much as I can. But different colors, different ages. So let's just get started. We're just going to collage. And again, I have to remember, I'm working on a small space. Move my glue closer here. Now you might have saw me do, if you watched yesterday's video, the full deck challenge, you saw me do some collaging yesterday as well. Let's put that one down here. And again, I don't want to straight lines. Put that across there. Still got a little space there, but we'll see where we get to with that. Let's get some Seattle area on here. So I don't want quite that big. I also don't want straight. And of course, now that I've trimmed it down, I've got more than one gap. Let's put that one there. Scanning my desk to see if I have another skinny strap. Skinny scrap. I'll put right there. Just so, you know, you always want to check your scraps because you never know what you're going to need, what's going to work. So let's tear this down, across and up, and then I'm going to put that right there, and of course I'll trim off that top up there. I gotta trim all the way around. Anyway, set that aside. Ooh, I'm sticky, I'm gooey. Okay, flip this over, trim. It always looks so much nicer when it's trimmed too. Get the gunkies off my scissors and my little hole puncher. Don't want to make that mistake again, you know, where I put something over the top of it and then only to like, oh, and then I had to hole punch through it. Okay, so I've got little map pieces. So these are going to go in the basket. For potential future collages or give me just a sec. Just kind of looking over the prompt list, but yeah, I had to sneeze. I don't know if the rest of the year maps will come into play for anything else, but you know, we'll see. Sorry, my chair is really squeaky. I'm gonna outline these. I'm gonna ink them in black just to help them stand out. So if you look here, it kind of blends in. But you give them give them an outline. And they kind of stand out a little bit. And as I've said before, black helps you, or ink helps you cover up your cutting boo-boos. Like if you cut something, you know, you didn't cut it close enough, so you get a little bit of white showing or whatever, ink it and it disappears. I just stuck my finger in it. Oh well. Okay, now I just gotta audition my little pieces here. That is a Rachel at Roxy Creations thing, auditioning your pieces. Go up there, go like that. I like that. And then I think I'm going to get up into my, if I can get to them. Got little skeleton key charms that are just up there. Turn my Fabrifix over just in case. Packing list. I'm going to put across the top. And then this one. So this Pack Your Bags was part of the suitcases. And I just cut it out, did the little edges so that it looked like a little like a label. Gave it some, you know, cut the angled corners. So pack your bags. See if I can get to them. All of my stuff is now like I'm having to move stuff to get to stuff. So it's like sometimes I'm like, yeah, it's not worth it. Right now, it's not worth it. Yeah, I'm not gonna dig too much here. Nope, I can't get to my little keys. So is there anything else I want to put on there? I don't think so. I think I like it just like that. So there we go. This week's prompt was travel slash maps. Maps or travel. I used both. So I have the background done, collaged with different maps. And then I've got cutouts that I got from my little travel scrapbook paper pad. And I cut out the different images. And there we go. That is week 27 of Altered Index. Gotta remember that our full deck challenge, we are 1 week behind currently. When I did this one last week, it didn't occur to me that, oh my gosh, we are halfway through the year. But we are halfway through the year. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy to think about. All right. So with that, I'm going to say adieu. Thank you once again for tuning in. I hope you are enjoying this series. Grab your supplies. Do it on your own. If you have a YouTube channel, upload it, hashtag it, Altered Index 2025. That way other creators can find you. And do all those YouTubey things for me. I greatly appreciate it. The likes, the subscribes, share, hit that notification bell so you know when my videos drop. And we will see you in the next video. Bye!